Welcome to the MYBcast, a podcast devoted to exploring alternatives for self-care through somatic touch therapies of all sorts. We are fascinated with the mind-body connection, and so are the people we talk with. Today, we are continuing our series, Seeds. Seeds is a podcast about a set of somatic touch principles that we call somatic mindfulness. When we integrate these principles in our work, what are we experiencing? What happens for different therapists who embody these principles? What changes in their practices and in their lives? In Seeds, we talk with members of our growing somatic mindfulness community. How are they adapting attuned touch to their work, and how are their clients responding? Seeds is for anyone interested in somatic mindfulness and what it can do for them. What's so beautiful about somatic mindfulness is that it recognizes the student in all of us, exploring, studying, and developing this work that we love. The journey is a rich one that allows us to develop ourselves by simply being with our clients. I'm Madalena Ferrara. I'm here with my co-host, Richard Mack. We're both masters of somatic movement therapy and education, as well as teachers of somatic mindfulness. We're co-founders of MYB, a successful somatic therapy clinic in Cedar Grove, New Jersey. Today, we're excited to continue our conversation with our guest, Amy Cunningham, and learn more about what somatic mindfulness means to her and how it's impacting her work and her life.
Welcome back to the show, Amy. So good to see you again.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Okay. So, Amy, let's start off with talking a little bit about your history. What brought you into body work and healthcare? Tell us a little bit about how long you've been doing it and what kind of practice do you have?
Yeah, so um I've been a massage therapist for 5 years now. I was a personal trainer before I went into massage therapy. I kind of got drawn or decided to become a massage therapist because I wanted because like the whole healing process and like the body and everything that goes involved with healing the body was like fascinating to me. I started getting body work done for a few years, and I had this it's called zero balance, which is also a very nice thing, and that did helped me a lot heal from. I had a traumatic brain injury, and that helped the healing, but it didn't really touch the nervous system like this work does. So that's also why I like this work so much, is because we could talk more about that, but it's very it's it helps heal trauma. It helps end the trauma cycles, and that's also like what it has and what it's done for me too. And
Mhm.
I when I would get like regular or some type of body work, whether it was like some physical therapy, I'm not putting it bad or putting it out there, but some other modalities that are more about finding a problem and fixing it, and kind of like forcing your body to like adjust, or putting like, oh, pain, pressure, and my body would get angry and I would feel horrible and worse afterwards, like, no, like, stop it. And
Mm.
so when I like when I went to the first class, what I kind of talked about before, and Fernando just had that like great experience. He gave me that great experience of like, oh my goodness. Um, I was like, I was like, all right, this is the only work that I want done on me from now on.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
So I remember there was I think we videotaped
yeah,
you
yeah,
saying that.
yeah,
You were like, "This from now on, anybody who wants to work with me," or what? Do you remember what you said?
yeah. I said from now on, if anybody wants to work with me, they have to have these principles in their work. Like, this is the only work that's like allowed to be done on me from now on. So yeah, that was like my first, yeah, I remember. I forgot about that till now, but yeah.
Mm.
um but um so then like, yeah, so then like, um only having, and it's not like this principles is like, there are other great fascinating work out there too, but when it's kind of like a full year, so we had this kind of a funny cycle or a funny story, because I was like, yes, like, that's the only work that's done, that like, I was so like, this is the work that's going to help me, like, this is what I
Mm.
need, right?
Yeah.
um and then I finally got um my own session done,
Hmm.
and it was exactly what I needed and what my body needed. It Instead of, I worked with Maddie, and instead of, she didn't try to fix anything, she didn't try to impose, she was literally just there supporting with like just a loving presence, and my body got to do its thing. It got to feel empowered and kind of, and end some nervous system cycles that were still repeating, but it got to take power back. It got to like heal. It got to like, all right, we're not like stuck. Like, we've done it. Like, it was pretty, it was pretty cool, and it was profound, exactly what I needed. So,
Mm. So
yeah,
that simple act of being present
yeah,
with another person
yeah,
and allowing their body to be part of the conversation, and your experience of that was to have your power, like have your power restored.
yeah, yeah, simple. Like, it wasn't, oh, we've got to check your alignment, or we've got to put pressure and we've got to dig into a psoas, or we have to crack this or stretch this so it hurt till you're like in pain and leaving bruises. Like, no, like, it, I was like, is she even like, what, like, it was almost like the touch just like melded, and it was almost like, where do we end, you know?
Wow. I like that.
Right, like, yeah,
So doesn't that take the pressure off of you as the therapist
yeah.
to
Yes,
not have to do something and
and that,
instead just to be there, right?
yes, and that, yes, and that's what I also like about it too, is it takes, there's no pressure on me. You don't have, as a therapist, you don't have to be worried about the outcome. Whatever happens in that session is what the body needed at that point.
Yes.
And like, so you don't have, like, whatever happens is what the body needed at that point. What it needed, and it's just trusting that, like, the body knows,
Mm,
the body knows what it needs, what it's ready for.
right. So so a year's worth of study, participation in workshops, pondering the work, and then feeling the work very recently. That session that we had was like what,
Hmm.
2 months ago maybe?
Yeah.
Feeling it in your own body and then having your personal experience with it as a receiver, which even as givers we have an experience, right?
Hmm. Yes. Yep.
But the receiving, the being able to really indulge yourself in whatever your body needs. What has been changing for you since that in your personal life? Not
Yeah.
even, you could talk about your professional life if you want, but what about your personal life?
Yeah. No. I was thinking about that a lot recently, um, because I don't know, I've just been thinking about that a lot recently, and I have noticed differences. Like, I really have noticed differences, and it's almost like I have more mental energy back. Like I'm able to handle things that used to like stress me out or kind of put me over the top a little bit.
Mhm.
Like I'm able to sit back and just be like, it's not a big deal. Like,
Mm.
like the mental load that I'm able to handle is a lot better. It's almost like there's like the brain fog, a lot of brain fog has lifted and there's a lot more mental clarity. So it's probably why, right? There's
Wow.
like a lot more mental clarity. I also feel like I am a lot more grounded and like connected to myself. Oh yeah, like I feel like I'm a lot, and I said this. I said I feel like this work, like I like for this personal session for myself. I said whatever I'm feeling stuck. There's something stuck, and like I just don't feel like my body's connected to each other. And I said if I can just get it connected to each other again, my work and doing this work is going to become a lot easier and a lot more natural. And it has like and it really like and it really has where yeah, like find like it just I'm trying to think of the right words here, but you can ask a question.
So at the end of a day,
Yeah.
I don't know how many clients you see in a day. I don't know what your professional practice is like, but at the end of a day, do you feel different at this
Yeah.
point than you did like a year and a half ago?
Yes, I can do a lot more. um sometimes I still probably do a little too much, but um um I can you leave the end of the day not feeling so drained.
Hmm.
And I think that's also like part of the whole what we just talked about. It's like I'm gotten so much better at not putting expectations on myself or not feeling like if somebody leaves the room and they're like, I still feel a little bit right here.
Mm.
Maybe it's just not ready yet. And like, like it's okay. In a few days it might go away on its own. Like in my head I might be saying like it's okay. It's okay. You didn't fail. Like there like so I think it's very freeing of like
Mm.
putting the trust. The body knows what it needs. It might need something that's not ready to let go of, but it may not need me either. It might be something that I'm sometimes I feel like I'm giving you can give people tools like breathing like and they may already know a lot of this, but sometimes we don't put two and two together until somebody puts their hands on us and like and we see it from a different perspective.
Mm.
um so I'm just gonna bring this back to practice, I guess, for a second. But I've had clients, this has happened before, where clients are literally like at the end of the session, they're like, I know exactly what I need to do. That was like, I like, I'm okay. I'm fine. I know exactly what I need. And then like I don't see them again. But they're okay. Like they didn't need like or they'll say like, no, like I sometimes as Rick showed me a breathing thing in one of the workshops a year ago, and I taught that to I did it to a client, and she's like, when I feel a flare up or a trigger coming, that works, and I can de-escalate it myself by doing that. So sometimes you just feel like by giving people tools or a different perspective, like you're empowering them, that and they don't have to that they can use in their daily lives.
Hmm.
So like I don't know. I feel like that's pretty cool.
So, Amy, tell me, how would you share with other therapists that haven't experienced this work? Talk to them about why this is important. And I want to share something with you. We just recently signed an agreement with the New York Medical Massage Group, which is in New York. We're going to be doing a bunch of classes next year. in New York, all over New York, around this work. So
Yeah.
would you share with your fellow therapists about why they would want to do this?
Um, because it's healing. It's very,
It works.
it works. It's healing. Um, but it's not healing like just for clients, like it's healing for you too. Like you can come out of a session feeling like you got the work done and as alongside of with your client.
Mm.
But let me think about this for a second because I just I feel like, but it's for me also, it's very like, and what I would like we as massage therapists have the ability to help people process and release and heal from trauma. And I think that's like huge because we get people all the time on the table, sometimes just regular massage, where they might have like an emotional release. But I feel when I went to school, I wasn't always taught what to like, how to respond or like what to like, is that good, bad, what do I do with this sort of stuff? Because it just happens. Like we're touching bodies, like it's bound to happen. It just happens.
Right.
So I felt like I wasn't like prepared um to like I wasn't prepared. And then there's also like we're not psychologists. So this isn't a talking, this isn't diagnosing. This is just a somatic experiencing event where you can help people process if the body wants to. It's not, oh, it has to happen. It's just organic and natural and it just happens. But that like chronic, persistent pain that a client keeps coming in for over and over and over again, and you're just like, I don't know what, like, I've tried everything in my toolbox. Try this,
Mm.
try this. Um, because this is what they might need.
And that's interesting because right now we're moving into a machine age, and robotic massage is starting to take form in some of the franchise massage places and so forth. But this is a tune touch. This is a heart-to-heart experience between a healer and a client that is needing somebody to help them guide them through a process.
Yeah. Yes, no, like you can't, there's something about the touch and the hands and like, does a robot have like, can the robot have like loving energy and like the frequencies like a 500 coming out of them? I don't think so, right?
Probably not.
No way.
Probably
No.
not. It would be like cold and like impersonal. And I don't know, I wouldn't like it. I wouldn't want something metal touching, trying to like massage me or touch me. But there's something that like the another person with like coming in with just love and the like what you said, the hands have so much, transfer so much, and coming in with just loving and just accepting. And that's the other thing, is just accepting where clients come in and accepting how they leave and just acceptance. And that's hugely profound. But robots don't have feelings or emotions. So I don't know if that will actually really work, but it definitely won't work for deep healing. That's my opinion, anyways.
Well, I agree with you. There are going to be people that, robotically can deal with whatever, but there is something about, the human touch. We all need to be touched.
Yeah.
Tune touch, somatic mindfulness, that combination with the skill set that you have, the understanding of the body, the compassion you have that brings you into this field of work is very powerful. And these are very needing times where people are dealing with a lot of anxiety, a lot of trauma, and we need you. So you stay with it, girl.
Okay.
Madalena, would you like to say anything else before we sign off?
I just want to say, Amy, I think you are awesome. And
Thank
I'm
you.
really, really happy that we had this time together and look forward to more.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys. So no, thank you. Thank you. I wouldn't be here without you. So
We look forward to seeing you again soon. And thank you all for joining us in this episode of Seeds. We hope these stories are inspiring you.
The series has been made possible by our hosts, Richard Mack and Madalena Ferrara, our production team, Mitch Lieber, Fernanda Rojas, and me, and our guests, whose willingness to share their personal stories is courageous and vital to educating the public and creating change. You're all leaders with heart. Thanks to our sponsors, Mind Your Body and Somatic Mindfulness. Find them both on the web at myb.llc and somaticmindfulness.co. Find any of our guests on the Somatic Mindfulness website. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and join us again for more interesting, compelling, and heartfelt stories.